Genesis chapter 7, the waters of renewal, the purification of awareness. After the descent into shadow, the moment of cleansing arrives. Awareness, overwhelmed by its own distortions, must release what can no longer be carried. The flood is the great dissolution, the washing away of inner structures built from fear, fragmentation, and illusion. Noah, the principle of remembrance, stands at the center of this transformation. He represents the quiet, unwavering truth within us that survives every descent and every forgetting. The ark is the inner sanctuary, the heart space that carries what is essential, the vessel of consciousness built from obedience to truth, the structure that can withstand the rising waters of change. When awareness becomes distorted, being opens the windows of heaven and the fountains of the deep. These are two streams of purification. From above, intuition, clarity, revelation; from below, the unconscious rising to be healed. The waters rise, covering the high mountains, the rigid egoic structures that once felt immovable. All that was built from fear dissolves. All that was inflated collapses back into humility. Inside the ark, pairs of all living things rest, the full spectrum of the self, masculine and feminine, instinct and intuition, action and rest, shadow and light. Nothing is lost, everything is held in balance. For 40 days and nights the waters prevail. 40 is the symbol of transformation through testing. 40 days of rain, 40 years in the wilderness, 40 days of fasting. It is the time required for the old to release and the new to emerge. Outside the flood cleanses, inside the sacred waits. As the waters begin to recede, the ark rests on the mountains of Ararat, the place of sacred descent, exalted ground. Renewal does not happen in chaos. It settles gently on higher consciousness. The raven and the dove express two inner movements. The raven circles endlessly, the restless mind that cannot find rest in the unhealed world. The dove seeks peace, returning only when the soul is ready to build again. Finally, the dove returns with an olive leaf, the first sign of restored harmony. It means the storm has done its work. The world is ready for a new beginning. When Noah steps out of the ark, he enters a cleansed inner landscape, one where truth can grow again. He builds an altar, a gesture of gratitude, of remembrance. The flood has not ended life, but restored it. Consciousness, cleansed of illusion, can now breathe freely once more. Never again shall the waters cover the whole earth. This is the promise that awakening will not be lost completely, that the cycles of forgetting and remembering continue, and the essence endures. The rainbow arches as symbol, the bridge between heaven and earth, spirit and matter. The unity awareness was always meant to remember. Genesis 7 isn't a story of wrath, it's a story of renewal. The flood represents the deep cleansing we all face when life strips away what no longer fits our truth. The old world dissolves so that a new one can grow. Noah's Ark reminds us that each of us carries a place inside that can stay afloat, an inner stillness that holds steady when everything else shifts. When the storm passes, the heart opens again, and we find new peace. The rainbow is the sign that awareness has been purified, that life, once again, reflects the divine. Genesis 7 is the turning point, the purification of awareness, the washing away of illusion, and the quiet promise that renewal always follows surrender.